Hey everybody, so today I personally think this is a special treat.
You do?
If you're a fan of Hehw, you're going to know the name Archie Campbell. And we are at the Archie Campbell Museum and Birthplace. So follow us, let's check this out.
It's an amazing little town.
Yeah, Bulls Gap, Tennessee.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Come on, babe.
Now, before we get to into this video, I wanted to share some things that I thought were important, and then we'll go through the museum and stuff like that. But first off, they have a cruise in from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the farm in Bulls Gap at 229 North VFW Road. These are the dates. They have one in May, June, July, August, and September, and this helps the Food Pantry in that area. There's some contact numbers, and it looks like a lot of fun. We're going to try to make it back for one of the dates for this to film that. And also we got to meet Doug Johnson while we were in Bulls Gap, and he shared a video with us that he wanted us to include in this video, so we're going to show that next, and then on to the museum. And here we are, Archie Campbell, best known for his time on Hehw. Their hours are 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. Stephanie's already in here.
Sweet little town.
Yeah, the town of Bulls Gap. A lot of railroad tracks.
Yeah, there's a railroad museum here as well.
Yes.
And we want to visit.
There's some of the antiques and stuff on the wall here. And what did you say this was, huh?
Oh, horse clipper. So apparently there's a hose that goes here to clip sheep and horses. Hose, I would assume.
Of course, you always got to have a still.
And big original train sheets of documenting their stops and their maintenance. And
so there's the man himself.
well, he's got a lot of souvenirs and records, honey.
Yep. Yeah, Bull Session at Bulls Gap, Junior Samples versus Archie Campbell.
Bedtime stories, funny. Funny. No, my dad would laugh so hard watching Hehw, and I would laugh because my dad was laughing, and I had no idea what he was laughing at until I was older.
Minnie Pearl's Christmas at Grinder's Switch. And of course, that's one of the best things he's known for is where, oh, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? Which is cool. Honorary Mayor at Bulls Gap.
Have fun.
They have a lot of photos.
We'll be going over to his homestead, which is right next door to this little museum
Yep.
of the town.
Here's some of the shirts he wore. Some of his albums. And here we got Archie's Hehw barber shirt and doctor shirt.
Look at that poster back here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here's an award that Archie won. What year was that, hon?
1969, I believe.
And that was for the
Best comedian.
best comedian. That's
And
pretty awesome.
behind here are guitars used by a local who actually had a whole bunch of signatures on it.
Yeah, there's Gene Autry, and of course Archie Campbell signed it. Eddie Arnold.
Real cool.
Yeah. So a little known fact. You want to share this little known fact?
Yeah, that Archie Campbell was an artist first before he was an entertainer. And he actually used entertainment to feed his family and support his community, but art was his passion. And as you can tell, these vignettes and these landscapes are pretty amazing. The originals, I understand, are hard to find, but some of them have been numbered and donated to this museum.
Yeah, really nice paintings. Sorry about the glare we're getting from the windows and stuff, but
When you think back of Hehw and you think of just one side of a personality, because it's there in your TV screen once a
Right.
week, you know? And this was a multifaceted side of, you know, personality and excellence in a small town. And
yeah.
man, it's just lovely to see that.
And some
Human
of these,
factor.
they do actually have prints available. That one's Smoky Mountain Chapel.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
But yeah, he's Silent Snow.
Stunning. You know, honey, remember when I used to collect pictures of barns, paintings of barns?
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't understand. No, you didn't. No, I could have had an Archie Campbell. Oh, we don't know.
Here's a little bit of history on Bull's Gap. In 1792, John Bull, the gunsmith, received 55 acres and operated a stage line through this passageway, which became known as Bull's Gap, which is where we are. And I hear the train a-coming.
So this is a copy of a letter that is a response from General Eisenhower to Hazel Grinsby regarding a congratulatory letter she sent him during World War II. It is dated 1944, so it's in the midst of him deciding to go to Bull Run, no, to go to
D-Day.
D-Day, and where his heart was to be able to respond to this woman
Yep.
in this small town.
That's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Another human factor where you didn't realize what our presidents were dealing with, and they were still taking time to respond to the heartfelt letters coming from the public, us, the United States, an encouragement to our president.
Amen. So see if any of our subscribers know anything about Lum and Abner's.
Or have you ever been to the Hehw Village in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee?
Yeah.
I'm sure they don't have that anymore.
Well, but leave a comment if you ever looked at a Lum and Abner's almanac. Yeah, or if you were ever at the Hehw Village in Pigeon Forge. Yeah,
there's lots of Civil War history here to read up on, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Here it says that 5 men were hung at these railroad tracks for burning this bridge during the Civil War.
Yep, for treason to the Southern
Army.
states.
Yep.
And the 5 men were part of the Union Army. Huh.
The Battle of Bull's Gap, Tennessee, was fought in the late October rains of 1864. This battle was fought over a 3-day period. This battle involved many troops from the Hawkins Company area and surrounding areas. The bridges that fought here were Vaughn's Brigade and the Confederate cause. The Union was under the command of General Gilliam. The battle resulted in the Confederate victory, therefore pushing the Union out of East Tennessee area for a short period of time. And this is a model that was donated by Captain Larry Hardsgrove.
Yeah, I love this little Hehw clock here.
Wouldn't that
churn your butter? No, wouldn't that shuck your corn?
Wouldn't that clock your dang pistol? Wouldn't that button
your zipper? And you don't have to hang from a tree to be a nut. One last look at Archie Campbell.
A great guy. It was really deep and funny, and I'm glad to have made this connection today from my childhood to this sweet town that we're so close to. Bull's Gap Museum allowed for us to have a print of Archie Campbell's painting, and it says American landscape artist and entertainer, as well as a postcard. And the museum here is by donation, and there's so much rich history on this small town and its wonderful people.
Yeah, so there's, this is the Archie Campbell museum and birthplace, which we still have to go look at that.
Yeah, we're gonna head over to his birth house.
Yep, but there's also a lot of history here on the town.
And the people of the town.
Right, so it's so far so good.
And then there's a railroad museum as well.
Right.
Right here.
But so now we're gonna trek through the snow.
Let's do that.
And go check out the birthplace cabin and stuff like that. So follow along. And you can see all the snow here in Bull's Gap. There's an old caboose. They don't use
Little
them.
red caboose, baby.
Yep, they don't use them anymore.
It feels like we're walking through Pennsylvania snow right now.
Yeah, this is, we moved to Tennessee to get away from the snow, and here we are, tromping through the snow. Now this is Archie Campbell's birthplace here in Bull's Gap. We did get a chance to meet the mayor, King Mike Solomon, and he'll probably shoot me for saying King, but
wonderful man, wonderful and instrumental in keeping these museums alive. And
yeah, our history is important, and
whether you like history or not, it's important, folks.
Yeah, there's that.
Part of the Heritage Trail.
Yep. So we're going to take a look inside here.
Well, stunning cabin. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it almost smells like cedar in here, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It smells great. And
there's your blue and white.
My transferware, yeah.
Old seed packets. Pretty cool. And we could stand to have that oven fired up today.
That's right.
But that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, who's your...
Yep, here's your cabinet. And when's the old calendar from? A long time ago. Not seeing a date, but...
Probably the 40s. Yeah, 1944.
Oh, there we go, 1944. There's a picture of the Campbells. Pauline, Irene, Archie, and Harold. I like taking a look at old pictures like this.
I love this probably 1920s Chanel bedspread. It's in great condition for being in this whole cabin.
It is.
The building is really beautifully done and restored beautifully. It's a woven cloth. It stood the test of time. They go back to the 1700s.
That's a picture of Grandma and Grandpa. Now, I cannot read the name, but Grandma and Grandpa, I don't know.
There's somebody's Grandma and Grandpa.
Well, Archie Campbell's Grandma and Grandpa.
Mm-hmm, that kind of looks like Archie right there.
Yeah, a little bit.
And this gorgeous doily.
Yeah.
Signature. 1916. With the Gibson girl.
Wow.
Stunning telephone.
Look at that old wood stove.
You got an old Edison. Huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
And I've always been a fan of the oil lamps.
Yep. And the phonograph.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful furniture. It's well done.
And they got the woven rugs on the floor.
Here's your indoor plumbing.
Yeah, indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. Bring a pitcher of water indoor.
So here's a photo of Archie Campbell's parents. And then Grandma Campbell. And Grandpa Campbell.
Yep, simple curtains made out of sheets, as you would. Holy Bible, family Holy Bible that probably had everybody's birth and death recorded.
So that's pretty cool. We actually have one of those. And one of those. Okay, so what did you think of the Archie Campbell Museum Complex here in Bulls Gap?
That was wonderful. I was so intrigued with all the history of this town, the little tidbits of information that were so surprising. Well,
right.
The harder you dig, the better you find out these things. So I'm so glad that we did a research to at least come here to see what we could see,
right,
and to bring it to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, This little town of Bulls Gap is pretty awesome. They have a lot of history here. Stuff from Civil War, even that letter that the woman got
to
from the
Eisenhower.
Yeah. And
there's a link. There's stories in amongst the history.
Right.
The human stories of everything. And it's good. It's very good to appreciate and respect your history.
Right. You know, and we've lived down here a little over a year and a half now. I did not know this existed, and I'm glad we found it.
Yeah.
We're big fans of
small
Hehw.
Hehw, small towns
Yeah.
in history.
Yep. So it was pretty cool, and we got to meet the mayor, and which was pretty awesome, I thought.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike Solomon.
Yep, and he's doing a lot to keep these museums going. Bulls Gap is not far off the interstate. You know, if you're coming down to go to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, you can stop at these little places, get plenty of history, learn things you didn't know. And like, I had no clue that Archie Campbell was an artist.
No clue.
No clue.
But here in this little museum in this little town are copies of his artwork.
Yeah.
And it just gives you, reason to pause.
It makes you all fuzzy inside.
It does. And on a snowy, beautiful snowy afternoon,
Yeah.
it gives you reason to feel all cozy and fuzzy. And
Yeah, now to give you, we're only like 20 miles away from Bulls Gap.
our home, our home in Greenville.
Yeah. And we
so close.
got like no snow at all, and over here
compared to what we see here.
it's like a winter wonderland.
But they call it a gap for a reason. So
Right. At any rate, we want to thank everybody for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and come see this stuff for yourself. And until next time,
have a Steph-N-Lee day.
day.